Hello, I'm Pam Klein. I'm actually here as a pitch hitter today. I'm the chair of one of the grants committees, the Environment and Revitalization, but typically for this meeting you would see our co-directors, Ann Shoemaker and Beth Coomer, but they couldn't be here today, so you're kind of stuck with me, but I'm here to share with you my experiences around grants and hopefully get people excited about our upcoming grant year. So let me just start and let you guys know a little bit about me. I am starting my 6th year as a member of Impact100, and my very first year I joined a grants committee. And one of the reasons I did that is when two of my friends from Professional Dimensions, which is another organization that I belong to, invited me to join Impact100. They were the only two people I knew in this entire organization of a couple hundred women. And so I thought, okay, I'll join a grants committee and I'll get to know some more people. And I really wanted to be a part of the mission and really understand what this organization does. And for me, actually the biggest kind of aha moment that came out of that first year experience was I thought I knew so much about all the nonprofits that are around the Milwaukee area. And being on a grant committee, I saw all of these fabulous applications coming in of organizations that I wasn't familiar with. And I was blown away by the work that was going on in our community. So, hey, I was hooked. So I'm hoping to get a few of you hooked today. So let me tell you a little bit about grants. So what do we do on our grant committee? So we have 5 committees with 5 focus areas, and our responsibility is to look at the applications that come in to our committee and narrow it down to one finalist. And so one finalist from each of the 5 committees moves forward to our year-end annual award celebration. So I'll go over up here you can see the 5 focus areas. So we have arts and culture, family, health and wellness, education, and environment and revitalization. And interestingly enough, even though we have these 5 categories, when we get in our applications, you'll find wow, some of these applications could fit in a couple different categories. Like, for instance, last year, one of our finalists and 100,000 grant awardees was Islands of Brilliance. They're an arts and technology organization that trains individuals with autism for future tech jobs. And they were like, wow, they could be in arts and culture, they could be in education, they could be in health and wellness. I mean, they really fit in a lot of different places. So, you could encounter a lot of different types of things with any one focus group. So let's talk about the process a little bit about getting involved with grants. So, in January is the time to sign up for a grant committee. Let's see, we have 1 week. It's online. It'll be January 3rd through 10th. So you'll get more information about this before the sign-up date to give you a heads up and how to connect in to the website to do this. If you are interested in signing up, you'll be asked for a first choice of what focus area to be in and a second choice. Typically, people get their first choices, but the reason we ask for 2 is we try to have an equal number of members on each of the 5 committees. And, I have to say, even if you were one of the people who didn't get your first choice, it won't disappoint you, because you'll find no matter what committee you're on, you're going to learn a lot about some interesting applicants. And as I said, no matter what committee you're on, you're going to find out information about all different types of issues in the greater Milwaukee area. All right. I know for me, if I'm thinking, wow, this looks like a big responsibility perhaps up here. So I just want to tell you a little bit about grants and what's involved, and so you can make some decisions perhaps about if it's something that's of interest to you. So if you can see up here under the 5 areas, we have listed different days of the week and times of day that the committee times are offered. So maybe you're interested in a particular focus area, but it's not at a time of the day that you can get to. So try something else. You know, I've been on, I think, every single type of grant focus group that we offer, and they've all been great experiences for me. As far as what's involved as to your time, we have a training meeting that's 45 minutes. It's online, so you learn everything about how to do the process and to use our online grant platform for evaluations. You'll have 3 or 4 committee meetings that last 2 hours each, where you'll look through the grants and do evaluations, and your job, again, is to narrow it down to a single finalist. And then there'll be either 2 or 3 possible site visits once you get your grant committee narrows the choice down to their finalists that they're trying to decide whether to move them on to our annual award celebration. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm going to get back on task here because I'm watching the countdown on this calendar. So let me tell you, people also ask, what kind of special expertise do you have to be on a grants committee? And, you know, because they're like, well, do I need to know about education, or do I need to be an expert in the area? And it's like, no, absolutely not. There's no special expertise, there's no special background needed. Now, if on one hand you do have some expertise, let's say you're, you know, an educator or a healthcare professional, you'd be certainly welcomed on one of those focus area committees, because we benefit by having somebody on the committees, or a couple people who really know a lot about that subject area. However, the main thing you need to be able to be on a committee, any of these committees, is you need to have an open mind, you need to enjoy learning, you need to like asking questions, and you want to be part of a collaborative process. So, you know, so keep that in mind. All right. So here you see on a slide all of the groups that we have received our $100,000 grants, as well as our Merit Grant Award winners. So it's an amazing group. And I want to just end with a couple things to think about. First off, I'll give you a couple guarantees if you decide to sign up for a grant committee. One, you will have a much better understanding of local issues and learn about what's happening in the greater Milwaukee area. 2, you will be super impressed with the women that you meet in this process. Just amazing group of people that, again, all these new friends that I didn't have previously, with a wealth of experiences and really tremendous discussion opportunities. And secondly, it's going to be fun. No matter what group you're on, it will be fun. So I'd just like to finish up and ask, I know that there's a lot of people who've been in Impact100 for a while. I'd like for anybody who's been on a grant committee at any year to just stand up so we can see who all's been involved in this process. I know you can't see on each side, but we have a lot of people here. So thank you. I think I ran over my time tremendously. Sorry about that. But hey, I'm very enthusiastic, and I want you guys to be as well. So please consider signing up. And if you have any further questions about the process, see me either after the meeting or send me an email or text.